Okay, this is section 1 of the men's 5K. Let me get you those names in just a second here, folks. My partner has, for the moment, abandoned me. There are 4 sections of this men's 5K, so we're going to be talking for quite a while, so we're going to do the best we can to make this happen here at the Battle Road track meet number 4 at Bentley University. Okay, in this section we have, where'd they go? There they are. In this section we have Chance Blackstone, Derek Tratnik, Samuel Prokes, Daniel Bialis, although I don't see Bialis in here, he must have scratched, Tyler Sheedy, Charles Namiot, Miles Harrison, Francis Burdett, Will Shabazian, David Westenberg, Trevor DeMarco, Aiden Carter-Frem, Stephen Moino, and Edward Collins. It looks like a number of those athletes scratched, so not all of them are in there. I apologize if I read your name off and you were not in this race, but I don't exactly have a updated list on my hands. So they're off. They are running pretty much in a straight line, although it looks like the back of the pack there's some movement there. We've got, who is that? Is it DeMarco? Well, they got 11 laps to go from there. I would say it's not a bad day for a 5K. It's probably not ideal conditions at this exact moment, but it isn't horrendously hot. There was a day a few years ago at the Battle Road Twilight meet where I had been in a track meet all day coaching at Andover High School, and I neglected to put on sunscreen, and later that day I came to the Battle Road track meet to race the 5K, and I had sunburned horribly, and it was quite a difficult 5K. Here's my partner deciding to join me.
Nature called. Sorry, folks.
3 minutes into this 5K, but you want to take this?
Yep.
I already read the names.
Read the names?
Yep. The only thing I don't know who's in the lead.
Gotcha. I will tell you that in a moment when they come around.
And we are trying to navigate this camera. It's a little tricky, folks, so just bear with me here as I
We got Tyler Sheedy from Who's Happy out in front, followed by Trevor DeMarco, followed by Chance Blackstone, followed by Charles Namiot, followed by Samuel Prolix, and then Miles Harrison. And hanging on the back there, we have Francis Burdett.
What are the seat times here, Paul?
We got a pretty big range here. We have 16:20 for our top seat time from Chance Blackstone of St. John Track, and down to Edward Collins, 14-year-old Edward Collins with 22-minute seat time.
Daniel Bialis was on the start list for this, and he looks like he has opted to scratch for reasons unknown.
His normal flowing locks are not on the track today.
Well, his normal flowing locks are not anywhere right now. He cut his hair.
Oh.
Yes, a devastating turn of events.
Devastating.
So
I hate to see it, folks.
So yeah, it was like I was saying. It is not terrible for a 5K. It's no wind, which is good. It's probably a tad hot, but nothing that I don't think is going to prevent people from PRing today, especially as we go forward.
And this is later in the season for some of the high school kids who might not have the opportunity to run 5Ks very often. And it is a bigger venue meet for them. A lot of college runners, some pros here.
Definitely an exciting experience to get to come and race with at a venue like this with such great competition.
And such great race commentators.
Well, race commentary is always helpful. I'm sure there are thousands upon thousands of people viewing this video.
Yep.
After we put it up. So, Paul, you ever raced an outdoor 5K?
Yes, twice. First one I ever ran, it was 2011. It was after a couple weeks of steepling. Still my PR. Probably the worst pain I think I've ever gone through in a race. The last 3 laps were just absolutely brutal.
Yep.
Where was we're coming up with on the mile here, 5:11 to 5:12 for the 1,600 meters.
Okay.
And I believe that is still Tyler Sheedy, who's starting to get a little bit of a lead here. Tyler's seed time of 16:40 is 20 seconds slower than the first seed time, so we got to find out where that top athlete is. Yeah, no, 5K was brutal.
Where was it?
What was it?
Where was it?
Oh, he was here.
Ah, yes.
It was actually the last meet here too. It was this meet 8 years ago. I just remember how much pain I was in the whole time.
I've done a couple. I've never done a good outdoor 5K, if I'm being honest. I've had a couple decent indoor ones, but outdoors, a decent 10K here and there. But I've never had a good 5K. I was saying earlier, I ran one here after spending a day at a track meet when I was sunburnt, and my feet were
on fire.
Yeah, my feet were in a really. It was not good. My feet had like swelled up, you know.
Oh yeah.
And it was just not fun. Anyway, we've got our leader. What do you say? 5:11 for the
5:11, 5:12 to the 1,600. Right, that's just over 16-minute pace. Probably about 16:15 pace, maybe 16:20. And his seed time out front again for Tyler Sheedy is 16:40. So this is the 2K, just about 6:29 or 6:30 as you would say. 6:30 for 5K. What does that come out to? That's 3:15 per K. So 15. That is about 16:15, 16:20.
I would say if he can hold that pace, I would be really, really impressed.
Yeah, I mean, especially by himself.
Yeah,
in the sun, in the heat.
Doing all the work by himself, but you never know.
And he looks smooth.
He does look smooth at this point. I would say probably once we get to the 3K, those laps are going to tell the tale of this race. Is he going to be able to hold on and maintain this pace?
I mean, surprisingly, in second place, hip number 11, Trevor DeMarco, with an 18:11 seed time.
Wow.
So he is miles and miles and miles faster than that pace right now.
He's either running the race for his life or he is in way over his head. Hopefully it is the former and not the latter.
Right.
Because
to see it happen on the video point of view would be great. It's rough, like that struggle that he's going to have. But you hate to see it.
We've all been there, though.
Oh yeah, that's how you learn.
Yeah, that's how you experience it. You got to kind of know. In order to know your limits, you got to test your limits. I always say.
Right, and experience is the best teacher. Anyway. Yeah, they're nicely strung out. There are 5 guys together from 2nd through 6th, kind of hanging on to each other. That's super helpful. Pull you along.
I like to think in the 5K, especially in a race like this, you're not really thinking of your opponents as. I mean, you want to beat them, obviously, but there are also people that can help you.
Right.
Because, I mean, at the end of the day, Section 1 of 4 in the 5K at the Battle Road Twilight meet, I mean, all these guys are looking to run a fast time.
That's right.
I don't know necessarily that they're going to remember their place, but if they run a good time, that is something that's going to be memorable. So
that's right.
We'll see.
I did notice that one of our athletes, David Westenberg, did just drop out. So we're down one last person. We have 7 athletes in this heat right now currently.
You can catch live footage there at the finish line of Steve Polito as our lap counter. There's been a lot of talk about his competency for that job. I don't know if he'll be able to pull it off. It is difficult.
Right.
Math is not a strong suit of his. Actually, our second place guy looks like he's making up some ground on Sheedy, perhaps.
Yeah. He's realizing he's about halfway in. He ain't
Yeah.
coming back. You gotta go after him.
I would say it's probably a 4.5 second gap, maybe 5. And what are they?
So 9, 10 through 7 laps. I wish I'd gotten splits on that, which I could have just done, but I didn't. We'll start that next lap.
Okay.
There's an 81-second lap for him. He could use some help up there.
So 81, that's 5:24 pace. So they're definitely hitting a little bit of a wall.
He is slowed, and like I said, these are the most difficult laps of the 5K because you're right in the middle of the race. You're especially if you're running by yourself. There's not really you don't have the adrenaline of the start.
Yep.
The finish line is not really close.
Again, this is Trevor DeMarco with a hip number 11 there with an 18:11 seed time. Coming on up to Tyler Sheedy.
I'm going to say he's going to beat that seat time by quite a bit.
So we're at 3K right there of 9:52.
All right, so when they come through the start, they'll be at the 2 mile, right?
Yes.
Okay.
A little quicker for the ones behind him.
Well, the 3200.
3200.
Your favorite
yeah.
race.
Yeah, my least favorite race. I was mentioning last time on this video how ridiculous the 3200 is, but I don't want to get into a whole screed about that.
Well, listen, friend, we got some time.
We do have time. We do have time.
Time is our friend right now. So
New Hampshire, stop running the 3200 race. Seriously, what are you doing? It's not a real race. Sincerely, the United States of America.
This is America, New Hampshire, of all states. The ones that say, what's their motto? I'm not sure.
Live free or die.
That's right, and run the 2 mile.
Actually, I believe I've seen that on some license plates out in New Hampshire.
Run the 2 mile?
Yeah. Oh, and it looks like...
yeah, that is our Trevor DeMarco, hitting number 11, taking over. We have our five guys are fairly close, all within striking distance.
Man, every time you say 5 guys, I get hungrier and hungrier. Because, you know, we're up here working, ladies and gentlemen. We have not been provided with sustenance, and we're pretty hungry.
Listen, let's be honest. All those guys in there look like they're in their teens. They probably hit 5 guys every once in a while.
Oh, yeah.
1 mile to go.
Mile to go.
Lost the clock.
The clock it looks like it's briefly out of commission, so we're a little, I'm not entirely sure what they're at here, but definitely DeMarco is running an impressive race given the fact that he seated himself at 18, what was it, 18 minutes?
18:11,
18:11, so.
Definitely ahead of that pace.
Yeah,
right
he'll be well ahead of that pace, assuming that he does not completely fall apart at the end, but he's pulling away from the field. He looks smooth, he looks strong. So you mentioned your best 5K. What was, or your worst 5K? What was the?
My worst. Well, I will openly say I've dropped out of a few. A couple of years ago, running pen relays, hadn't raced that year. Jumped into pens on about 14:50 pace till about 2 to go, and like the pain just hit me like it hadn't hit me in a long time, and I just punked out. It happens in the longer races. Worst one I ever finished. Yeah, it was just brutal the whole time. Not feeling good. I think I've been sick the whole week.
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't have raced, but you know, when you're, hindsight's 20/20. When you're in that moment, you don't think of it. 3 laps to go. Our leader still Trevor DeMarco.
Paul, let's chronicle some more of your failures in life. What
There's
else?
a lot of them.
What else have you
How
struggled?
much time do we have?
We have 3 laps to go, so probably what?
4 minutes.
4-ish minutes.
Big chronicles of running failures.
I'm just kidding. There are many more successes. Do you prefer the 5K on the track or on the roads? Because a lot of people, when I talk to people and I tell them that I'm running a 5K on the track, they give me a look, a horrified look as to why I would want to subject myself to that kind of pain. So,
I think it
thoughts
depends.
On it?
I think years ago when I was in really good shape, I was always a big track guy. I would have preferred to do it on the track. It's more intense. You're going to run faster. It's very, you're getting a ton of feedback every lap, so you know what you're running. If you're looking to win or really just race hard, get some money, or be really competitive, the roads are a lot more fun, not as stressful. You're out there, you're not checking in every 400 meters. You might do a mile out, mile back, or some kind of weird loops, but definitely more enjoyable on the roads.
I would agree.
But track, there's nothing like it. The intensity when you're running well and you hear that bell, ding 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 ding, coming for the last lap. That's just exciting.
Sure.
Gets the blood going.
Absolutely.
2 laps to go, 13:56.
Oh, and DeMarco looks like he's fading a little bit.
Yeah,
I mean,
not as confident.
No, he was looking really strong a couple of laps ago, and at this point, I mean, it's these 3 guys. Who are the other 2 in it? Do you know?
Missed the names. When they come around,
all right, we'll get them when they come around. But it's 3 runners. 700 meters to go here, and
I think I saw Hip 7. I think I saw Miles Harrison up there. I think the tall figure from Arlington, I believe.
Oh, Arlington.
And our Trevor DeMarco fading a little bit here with about 600 to go. Probably going a little too soon in that push.
It's always hard to know because he probably wanted to put the race away, so to speak, and he was unable to do that as these 2 hung in.
Yep. We do have 3 guys in this race coming up with about 5:50 to go. It's going to be an exciting finish. See who's got the wheels at the end, who's got the strength, who did the summer miles. Remember high school kids, summer miles, super important. Summer miles bring fall smiles.
That is true.
Here we go. We got hip number 3. We got Samuel Prolix. We have 7. That is Miles Harrison of Arlington. And then 11, Trevor DeMarco hanging in.
Yeah, DeMarco's not out of it. He could maybe summon
15
something.
with a lap to go.
Oh, wow.
So they are going to run about 16, maybe 16:20 if they get on their horses. So Miles Harrison's, his seat time was 16:43. So barring a fall, he should crush that.
He should be onto that. And then what's the Arlington
Samuel
runners?
Prolix from Florida Lee's 16:30, so he's still going to be ahead of that too. Our Trevor DeMarco, 18:11 seed, he's going to smash that by almost 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's...
minute and a half. He was trying to get the bonus of the greatest seed upset, but that's we don't have it this meet.
Yeah.
200 to go, 15:51. These guys are rolling. Miles Harrison out front trying to push the pace, but he's not. Slowly dropping Sam Prolix, slowly. Just turning that screw a little bit. So it is Miles Harrison, Arlington Track Club, 17 coming down. We got hip number 3, Samuel Prolix coming back on him.
Wow.
Great finish.
Oh, he just hangs on.
16:20 to 16:21. That was a great last 100.
Great.
And big credit to Trevor DeMarco. Seat time is 18:11. And he did 40-something seconds faster than his seat time. Must have had a good breakfast today. And this is our early leader, Tyler Sheedy, coming in with a 16:40 seat time, just running over that 16:42.
Okay. Should I? We have one more
last athlete on the track.
I don't know exactly who
I
that
believe
is.
that's Francis Burdett of Greater Sprint.
Francis, that is a solid name.
Yep. Francis has been around the Boston running scene a while. We've seen him at our meets. He's been indoors, been around. He's a New England staple.
Yeah, I mean, solid race by everybody in this one. DeMarco, big credit to him. You know, a lot of people ran under their seat time, which is what you want in a meet like this.
Oh, yeah. Crushing PRs.
As Francis finishes up here.
Great finish here, sticking with it.
He'll be just under, he'll be 17:43 maybe?
Hard work by yourself, but he grinded through.